Hello Abhipedia users, welcome to Science and Tech Value Addition series with Dr. Vivek Rana. In this series, we are discussing current affairs and themes which are in news from pre and mains point of view. So we have been covering topics from defense, space, medicine, health and whatnot. Today's topic is little bit different from the earlier 5 lectures. This is the 6th lecture of our series. So I'll be taking up emerging technologies which are impacting our daily life. Almost from last 3-4 years, at least 2 questions are being asked from this section. So this theme is likely to be asked in prelims, or it could be asked in an example way in some mains point of view. So the topic is not a difficult one, as you can see, and most of you practically might have even used it by now. This is a FASTag system which we will be discussing in this lecture. And in this lecture I will discuss what FASTag system is, and the main theme is what technology is behind this FASTag system. Then we will be comparing this FASTag system with similar technologies, because at times if there are 2 technologies which are almost similar in application, UPSC tends to confuse them. So I will be comparing this with the barcode technology. And finally, as we end in our lectures, there will be a practice question which you can try. So without wasting any time, let me give you an overview of what this FASTag system is about. So FASTag system is an identification system which has been developed by Government of India under NHAI, National Highway Authority of India. It's being system has been designed by NPCI. It's been implemented but designed by National Payment Corporation India, and it has set up NETCs, National Electronic Toll Collection System, across the country. There are almost 600 plus toll plazas in India, so it has been mandated and is being implemented across all 650 plus toll plazas. So there are some advantages as well as disadvantages of this system, but before going towards those aspects, this system has met with some criticism. Lot of persons are not being able to pay smoothly, so it's automatically one of the a bold reform which you can say for the transportation sector, but it could have been implemented in a lot better way. Ultimately, it's a governance challenge which we are currently facing, but hopefully, as with any new technology, initial hiccups will be met and eventually it will serve its purpose for which it is designed. So FASTag, if you have to define it, it's a system in which a tag is being which is subscribed to the windscreen of a car or any 4 vehicle, and then it uses RFID technology. RFID is radio frequency identification. So this RFID technology is what we are going to discuss, what are its likely applications, and once this RFID system transmits data, automatically there is a deduction and you could smoothly pass away your vehicle without having a stopover. Otherwise, manually, when you are crossing toll plaza, you have to stop, make a halt, then you have to pay, and then monetary transaction was taking place in cash form. So there will be no monetary cash transaction. It's totally electronic pathway which will just streamline your system. So advantages are quite obvious if you are using a FASTag system. The first advantage from consumer point of view, it's the convenience part. They are not likely to be some long congestions at traffic signals. All these are likely to be things of past when the system is being implemented efficiently. So you don't have to wait for long queues will be there, and you could just move your vehicle at optimum speed without making a halt way. From operator point of view, there is also advantage. It will help in reducing the manpower cost which are currently being employed at toll plazas. They do not need to employ additional employees. Only in the transition phase some employees will be there. Eventually system will be totally automatic without requiring any manpower. So it cuts the operational cost, which initial high cost would be compensated in the long run. Then coming to the third aspect, which is more important, it will help in reducing corruption in toll plaza. At times some of the unscrupulous elements at times collect extra cash or some mislead the people. At times there is a data is inflated. So all these things, when they were doing manually, there were possibilities of some corruption. So these will be totally eliminated because it's a electronic system and there is no monetary cash transaction taking place. So that's the additional potential benefit which is being touted with it. Then fourthly, keeping to the data keeping, it will help in authenticating the data because almost all vehicles which will be passing will be recorded. So vehicle traffic management could be better managed and we could get the exact data which is required, and it helps in designing the new traffic pathways or the highways. So that data keeping will also get a real boost. Apart from that, it's a safe system which will alerts would be sent, SMS would be sent to you, so there will be likely no more problems there. So it's a secure system, you can currently rely on it. So overall the list of advantages just goes on and on, there is no end to it because it's a safe technology which is being implemented. Coming to some drawbacks or disadvantages, the first thing is that it's a machine and no machine is immune to breakdown. In other words, you could say that that these machines cannot be untouched by the dysfunctions. So ultimately, what if there is a server breakdown? So government could be staring at some economic losses for that particular day or particular hour because system has to go on. Then secondly, some technical glitches which are currently being faced by many of the harried persons cannot be ruled out. At times the scanner is not picking up, at times the ignorant commuter has not reserved the sufficient parked sufficient funds in this account, so deductions cannot be made out. So sometimes they are entering the wrong lane. So these technical glitches are making the things a little difficult, and there are long queues which can be seen in almost all daily newspapers which you are currently going through. So this is what the technical aspect or hurdles are about. Other minor concerns are ownership concerns, that if person is driving a faster, automatically funds are deducting from his account. If someone relative or some other person is using his vehicle or using it some for other purpose, then also he has to maintain and upgrade his account. So all these minor things are likely to flare up as the system gets streamlined. Apart from that, there is the other issue which can be highlighted, that adaptability is not currently there. There should have been phase-wise introduction, or people should have given enough time to switch over to it, because lot of online payments have been made, but yet these FASTags have to deliver up. So there is a gap between policy and the implementation, which is once again clearly highlighted. So again and again, this is the third time deadline has been extended to it. So this is what these are the issues which are associated with the system, and there are some lessons which can be learned while implementing such technology based projects. But our discussion is more towards the RFID part. Now this RFID, what is, whenever some technology is in use, you should have a brief idea of what the meaning is, what is its working, what are the likely types, and also what are the applications of that technology apart from the one which are in news, because that's how you will prepare for UPSC. So RFID is an acronym which stands for Radio Frequency Identification. Now this system is based on radio waves of electromagnetic spectrum, and these waves are being used to process the data. So first of all, it's an automatic system, and an automatic identification system is ideally what this RFID is all about. Then coming to its working. Now for its working, I have highlighted there are three major components. There is a scan antenna, there is a transceiver and a transponder. When you combine these scan antenna and transceiver, there is a RFID reader which is created, and which is the main instrument which is being utilized. So in this RFID, there are radio waves which bombard the transponder. Transponder is the tag which will be attached to the windscreen in the given example, and once it activates the tag, the signals are received back, they are processed, and the digital data is created, and that data is processed and then deductions or whatever purpose you have designed is executed. So it's a quite straightforward technology. Even if you don't know about this transceiver transponder, it's acceptable because this is not the ambit of a civil servant. This is a technology which is being developed, but broadly at least you should revise radio waves, microwaves, or all the physics topics which are given in 8th to 10th NCERT, brief revision, which has a high wavelength, which has high frequency. So that spectrum has to be revised apart from the light part as well. Then coming to the types, since it's not a line of sight technology, it's based on frequency range. So its broad three types are low frequency RFID, high frequency RFID, and ultra high frequency RFID. All three are based on the ranges. If this low frequency RFID works for almost 3 feet distance at the max, high frequency up to 6 feet, and this is the one which can work even up to 25 feet. If you want a more optimal scanner, then you have to use microwaves. They are competent even for 30 feet as well. Because the other optical readers which are currently used, they have to be in line of sight, like common barcode technology which we will be just discussing, has to be in line of sight, only then it could read. So this is a advanced version of the identification systems which is being employed, and this system is not new. It was first ever patent of this RFID was developed in 1973 by US scientists. Over the years, the cost, due to cost, it could not be widely used, but in 2000 lot of organizations are using it for multiple purposes, and this tagging is now a common feature. And already in developed countries, toll plazas are using it. So it's not that it's some Indian innovation. This system is working efficiently across the world. It's just about adaptation that we accept this technology. Now coming to the application part. Application is just not limited to toll collection. It can be used for access management. There is some security system in which you want only the specific person to enter, then these RFID tags can be used. Only the person who will be matching would granted the access. Apart from that, tracking of goods is currently being used on large scale. RFID tags, because multiple goods can be scanned, it's not a one tag option. And then tracking of livestock animals, at times you must be hearing about the animal counts or some specific counts or identification of species. These RFID tags, collars are employed, and they are used for tracking of species as well. Like recently in Pinjore, critically endangered vultures were released with RFID tags and they were tracked. So it can be used for identification of livestock or some species as well. Apart from that, the current toll collection and contactless payments, these are other advantages or application. And supply chain management, that's another important theme for which these RFID tags are being used. So make sure you go through all the applications one by one and try to add more to the list, because generally a question is anticipated from this section from application part. They might try to confuse you where RFID ID technology can be used or cannot be used. So you should be clear in your mind that it's a broad technology which can have multiple purpose. Then we have to, will be comparing this with barcode technology, which uses an optical visualizer to just tag, and you must have used that technology when you go to any grocery or a retail shop. You pick up items and there is a tag which is read, and then your bill is translated. So that's an barcode which is being used. It's different for this. RFID is little different. So I have 4 parameters I am comparing this barcode technology. First of all, you have to understand that barcode is a line of sight technology. Unless the object is not in line of sight, this barcode is not going to pick up. But if that's not a case in RFID, even it's is not in line of sight, it can still pick the system because it's based on frequency range. Just I have discussed what it was about. Secondly, coming to the time is even swifter in RFID technology as compared to barcode. Even though barcode takes half a second to pick the object or scrutinize the item, but in case of RFID, it's more swift than the barcode technology. Then coming to the data, that in this the data is the real time, it can be read and write, whereas in barcode it's only read only. So barcode is a read only technology. So there is a difference, it's a upgraded version which is quite useful. And then, but all these advantages, there is one disadvantage which with RFID, that it's a comparatively costly technology as whereas in case of RFID it has to protect it with some covers and sheet. So comparatively it's the incremental cost which you have to bear in mind while doing this RFID. So finally we can have a practice question on this FASTag, and I have framed the easy one once again for you, because if you have heard the theme, this question is a quite straightforward. In which of the following applications can RFID technology be utilized or can be used? Whenever the theme is can be used, then you have to be a little bit open-minded. Even if that theme is not being used in India, you have to look that perspective from global perspective, or what could be the likely use, because these themes are being asked in UPSC. When Aadhaar was implemented, at that time they have asked biometrics can be used. There was iris scan, there was retina scan, and there was voice recording. At that time in Aadhaar, only iris scanning was being carried out, but the answer was all of the above, because nowhere they have asked in that year question that in India. So here also I have not mentioned that in India. So never jump the gun and mark the A option that it is going to be used at toll collection at highways. You must understand it. This technology is a wider one and can be used for tracking of goods. It can be used for tracking of livestock animals and whatnot, even tracking of items as mentioned in the C option at libraries and museum. This technique is being used in developed countries so that artifacts are not stolen and immediately alerts are sent whenever they are misplaced. So answer in this question is straightforward, D option, all of the above. So this is what I have from FASTag technology and RFID technology. To be more specific, make sure you go through all the basics and track the news. And if such theme comes about emerging technologies, you have to support these themes, even though initial hiccups will be encountered as are with any new technology. But over the years, we have seen that these themes are beneficial, and we have to, time is money in this world, so anything that saves our times or energy, and moreover from environment perspective also this theme is good, because whenever we were making haltways, vehicular emissions were more and there was drop in mileage of vehicles. So all these things are eventually in long run for benefit of our country. We must embrace the change and let's support this FASTag theme with open heart. I hope this session was useful. If you have any doubts, you could list in comment section, or if you are liking Science and Tech Value Addition series, you could subscribe, as well as other series are also being carried out. There is economy one, there is a history, personality, so you could go through in the description section. Thank you very much. I hope I will be back soon with another series.